And how long were you in jail for? I mean, we all remember when you went, and it's weird to see such an iconic figure go. You're like, oh my fucking God, that is what happens. Like when you keep going.
Oh, it was a horrible time. I mean, I was in jail prison actually for 10.5 months. It's tough to go to prison at any time in your life, but to go in at 40 for the first time was horrible, especially when you have little kids, and daughters especially, where if something happens, there's nothing you can do.
Wow, yeah.
You only get a 15-minute phone call per day, and if you miss that time, Big Bubba ain't gonna give up his time.
Right.
You're done. That's just the way it is.
How did they treat you in jail? I mean, was it because you are who you are? Was that good or bad?
It was a little bit of both. When I first got there, I think it was a situation where they wanted to see how you was going to come in, how you was going to be just based on the name. Right away, they made it known that in here, there's no names.
Right.
You're a number, and you're no different than the other guy. You're going to pick up the trash. You're going to do it when I tell you. You're going to shower when I tell you. You're going to wear what we tell you to wear. You're going to clean up the yard when we tell you. You're going to eat when we tell you, and you're going to eat what we tell you. So it was a whole big adjustment, but I just came in, tried to be as humble as I can, and just kept my distance from everyone. And as time went on, you start to kind of, I wouldn't say fit in is the right word, but you came to kind of adapt a little bit on certain days. But certain days you thought you were going to lose your mind.
Wow.
It's because you're coming from, I mean, for jail for anybody sucks, but coming from a place of being, like Jay said, the no-hitter, the world, all this great glory to come to this place, you got to wonder, like, what the fuck was I thinking? What happened?
Yeah, what happened? Exactly.
You're exactly right. And some days, to be honest with you guys, some days I will wake up and say, oh, this got to be a dream. I'm going to wake up in my bed. It's got to be a dream. And then some days you say, how am I going to make it? Not just 10 months, but how am I going to make it to the next day? How am I going to make it? You carry your food, and sometimes you got some guys that if they want your food, they're going to take it. I mean, you got 10 guys, there's nothing you can do. I mean, there's a gentleman I saw. I didn't literally see him get raped, but you're like about 5 feet from the shower, and you hear him screaming for his life in there. You know what's going on. So you wanted it. Am I next? You don't know. It's just a horrible way of living.
Did that guy look anything like me, the one who was being assaulted? I imagine I'd be quite popular in that setting.
I'm certain of it.
It's a horrible situation.
Doc, what was it?
I felt that way during accounting meetings, with my accountant, and when Warner Brothers signs a contract, I felt that way. I wasn't, please continue.
Two different worlds.
That's great.
What was it in that time period? Every athlete just got arrested in Tampa. Like Tampa was just where you went to get put in jail. Whether every single athlete, you just see him coming out of Tampa jail.
Well, that makes perfect sense because that's a port of entry, right? That Miami is where all the big
he says rape in the
starts.
shower. You say port of entry. I
don't think he wants to hear that.
I don't. This is freaking me out now.